The Trump administration is rolling back an Obama ban on importing endangered elephant trophies from Africa, often taken for their valuable ivory tusks. According to the Fish and Wildlife Service, the lift on the ban generally will permit elephants killed in Zimbabwe and Zambia between 2016 and 2018 to be allowed into the U.S. President Trump's sons, Don Jr. and Eric, are big game hunters. They've been seen holding up trophies, including one of Don Jr. holding an elephant tail. Joining me now is the President and CEO of the Humane Society of the U.S., Wayne Pacelle. Wayne, thank you very much. Good to see you again. Let's talk about this, because the pushback from some, even some conservationists, is that this will permit a sort of regular or ordered import and will give more money back to these countries to work on anti-poaching and on conservation of the tribes.
To start, Andrea, it's hard to talk about order in Zimbabwe at this point.
That's true.
I mean, this is a country that has been notoriously corrupt for...
He's right now in a military coup. We don't know what's happening day to day.
Exactly. Of the 200 countries in the world, it's hard to think of a country that's less stable and less predictable than Zimbabwe. But that aside, the broader issue is that, you know, I've gone on safaris in Africa. Many people have gone on safaris in Africa. We go there with a camera, with our eyesight. We're happy to leave the animals intact. That is a much bigger driver of the African economy and so many of these nations in Africa than killing the animals. It's billions of dollars in wildlife watching. When you kill one of these endangered animals, you remove him or her from the population and you reduce the prospect of people seeing these animals. That's why Botswana, which has the most elephants in all of Africa, forbids all trophy hunting. Kenya has forbid all trophy hunting since 1977.
And they have wonderful tourists.
They have tourists.
Industries.
And the pool of tourists who want to watch wildlife is so much larger than want to kill it. I mean, what kind of person really wants to kill the largest land mammal in the world, a species for which we've all been campaigning? The world has been campaigning because of the ivory trade and the fact that 96 elephants are being killed every single day. It's one of the great ecological calamities of the modern era, and now we're sending a message that the United States, which was leading against the ivory trade, we're going to sanction the killing of elephants by rich white men who want to travel 8,000 miles to kill a bull elephant for his tusk. What kind of message is that when we're telling black Africans, leave the elephants alone, don't kill them for the ivory, but it's okay for guys from Minnesota and Arizona to do it?
And if you just look at some of the statistics in terms of the loss of elephants over the years, we had in 1979 1.3 million, in 2007 472,000 to 690,000, and in 2016 only 352,271. The source on that is the National Geographic.
And you know, we talk those numbers and they're jarring. When you think of the individual animals, these herds, they have the grandmothers and the mothers and the adolescents. They grieve for the loss of their young. You know, you kill one of the family members and the others are emotionally terrorized. Many of these elephants actually have PTSD as a consequence of seeing animals killed. So again, we're very flippant, you know, when we talk about this wildlife management talk. These are individual animals. These are some of the smartest animals on the planet. The United States should be leading. Now we're in the back of the pack. The Chinese don't allow this. The French stopped trophy imports. And in 2014, we stopped it. We shouldn't be retreating on something like this.
Wayne Pacelle, thank you so much for personalizing it. Thank you for being here. And before we go to break,